Hello my beautifuls, how is everyone? You good? Are we well? Just lighting. So, why have I come on today is the question. Because I don't know about you guys, but you might have felt the energy in the air. And yeah, it's getting a little bit sticky icky out there, isn't it? So, I felt this coming in a couple of days ago, and again yesterday. The date was a infinity portal day, and the 20th, when you add it up, it's an infinity portal day, which is Wednesday. Hello, welcome. So I thought I would come on to share and make people realise that you're not alone in this energy that's happening at the moment. Remember, what's going on around us is always collective. What's going on inside of us is always what's happening outside of us. Okay? I've had a particular question. Like, I've been so blessed to meet some amazing souls over the last, think about a month, and few months especially, but the last month especially, and I've had 5 people when I've appeared into their path, and they've said, who are you? And this question came again, and it came again, and it came again. And I was just like, okay, so I actually understand that what's going on inside and what people normally say and project is a reaction of what's going on inside them. So the question wasn't really, who am I? The question was, who are they? So everyone we meet, like, they are a part of us on our journey, okay? Because we're all reflections. And it's either our past journey, our current present journey, which is the moment that we should continue our best to be in, or our future journey. I feel that I have come in and into these people's lives, and I am a future projection of themselves. So this is why I feel that question, who am I, is really a reflection of what's going on inside of them. Because I know who I am. I'm living my purpose gratefully. But so many people now, I think, with everything that's starting to unravel out there, and the energy is getting intense with the planets, and also just generally people's eyes are being more and more woken up to the system, to what's really going on in the world. So that's making them question, you know. And then when they connect with a spark like me, who is completely and has always been told, ever since I was a child, I've been told I was different. And when I was younger, I used to think there was something wrong with me. And now that I have evolved and I'm older, I now appreciate that. And luckily, we're living in a copycat world, so to be different should be embraced and honoured. So for those of you who are different, honour yourselves, honour that difference in you. Realise that whoever we connect with, we're connecting for a reason. It's always to teach us a lesson. Due to my studying of emotology, which is the language and the spell casting of words, I've stopped using the word blessing. And the reason why, when you break it down, we're asking people to be less. Yeah? So now those people that come into our lives are a gift. I love you so much too, folks, sincerely. So remember, life is a series of lessons and blessings. And the lessons, especially when the shit hits the fans, Those are our biggest and greatest gifts, yeah? Why? Because when we're winning, yeah? But when we have to go through that darkness and have to then crack our shell and then reborn, like, it's almost like a phoenix of the ashes, you know, we call it dark night of the soul, and it can be revisited so many times because we're having to go into ourselves and like, what did I do? And we realize it's not actually what we've done, it's more of a case of what we haven't done, the love that we haven't been putting and giving into ourselves, the care that we should have been showing ourselves and we're not. And that's okay. But the minute that we recognize that and we learn that, we need to then start unlearning the programming. We can still help, we can still serve people, we can still give, especially as empaths. But empath or not, we need to learn to accept, because everything is energy, like I always say, and energy is everything. So therefore, it runs in 2 cycles in order to run properly, yeah? And we are brought up through our DNA, like some of us hold in all of our DNA from God knows how many, but I know there's a minimum of 4 to 7 in any one person of our DNA that we have from our previous traumas, you know? So if someone comes to you and they're just like, they say something to you, but it doesn't bother you, and then you react and you're like, afterwards you sit down and you're like, why did I let that react? Why did I let that affect me so much? And then what you realise, it's got nothing to do with you. That could be your great-great-grandmothers or great-grandfathers. Something in that sentence or those words that triggered that in your blood. So not only are we here working through our own traumas in life, we're also working through everybody else's, okay? So be gentle with yourself, folks. Be kind to yourselves. Because the more that we battle with ourselves, the more that we're giving away our energy to stuff that is not productive. But when we look in and we look into the battle and we look into the why, and then we start unraveling and unknotting and untying, and then start filling ourselves more with love and the appreciation that we give to everybody else, remember, you need to become your own best friend. Because you're on this journey longest with you and nobody else, okay? And the planets are going crazy and the 3D's crumbling. And remember, throughout the craziness, like, let it crumble, let it fall. Because why? The natural order and balance of the universe has to preside. It's just automatic. Yin, yang, light, dark, good, bad, black, white. It is really that simple. Except for when colour, there is no actual colour. You know? I hope that helps. So, that made me think maybe we should do a little reading for the collective. So, I thought I'd bring my little gems. And I'm going to light some Palo. So, for those that don't know, Palo Santo is a holy wood. Normally originates South America. It raises the energy and the positivity around us and the room that we're living in, working in, what have you. Okay? Sage neutralizes the energy. So if you've got good energy or bad energy, it will take away everything. So there's no good and there's no bad, it will just make things clear. Palo, however, will make things positive. So, with that being said, I'm going to put some over my little crystals and my card. And shall we all just close our eyes for a bit and just breathe in, breathe out 3 times, yeah? Let's close our eyes. And let's breathe in through the nose, into the stomach, out through the stomach, out the chest, and out through either the mouth or the nose. Second time, let's do it out through the mouth. So let's breathe in, into our stomach area, Hold and breathe out through the mouth. With a sigh. Third time, let's breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah? Nice. So with that as well, I want you to keep your eyes closed, and I'm just going to clear the air and the energy. Okay? So with that, bear with me one moment, because I'll just put this on pause. Bear with me one moment, folks. This is my beautiful Tibetan bowl, which was gifted to me, as I don't do Christmas, but it was a Christmas gift. So continue to keep your eyes closed and breathe deeply. Breathe. So much unnecessary tension going on in the world, folks. We don't need to join in with it. Okay? So now I'm going to do a reading. And I'm going to do it for the conscious collective. So that's all of us as a whole, okay? So, dear cards, find weird using this tray. Folks, excuse me, I'm going to use my lap because that's what I prefer. So, dear cards, do you have any messages for the conscious collective when it comes to what we've got in store for ourselves this week, what we should be focusing on this week? Please, cards. They're going a bit everywhere. You'd like to hear us as one collective, we're tapping into this energy. Dear cards, please let us know. The universe, please let us know if there are any messages that need to come out to us and the conscious collective. Show us the cards we need to see. Dear cards, are there anything, universe, that you need the conscious collective? Whoops, you want that out? Okay. Excuse me. That the conscious collective need to hear. Show us the cards we need to see. Last round. Dear cards, are there, careful, any conscious collective messages that you want people to be not afraid of and focusing towards this week? Okay, let's have a nosy now. Interesting. So I wasn't wrong with feeling this energy, folks. Okay, so the first one a lot of people are dealing with at the moment. The first one of the first ones that flipped out, heartache and loss. Yeah, and it pretty much says what I'm feeling. It's like I can feel the energy coming days or a week before everybody else. Folks, we're all suffering, yeah? And it's not just, I don't know if the light's showing that properly. There we go. It's not just, you know, you, it's all of us. Because the heartache is not only just with those that we've lost, that have transitioned. The heartache, for some people, will be how the world is now. The heartache will be for people who are like, oh my God, I've lost my life, you know. Some people are suffering in that way because they enjoyed and loved the Matrix. And then we've also got just loss in general. You know, some people feel like they've lost themselves. So the point of this card is to realize, again, when we tap into our darkest moments, this is where we find our true inner strength and our brightest light within. Because only through that pain can we have true light, you know, because you can't be walking around here being like, oh yeah, everything's love and light, without really, truly experiencing and working through our darkness, okay? So heartache and loss, we've all got to work on it. We've all got to be gentle with ourselves, like I said to begin with. Then, following that up, we have, I don't know if you can see that there, emotional loss. Again, so many of us are feeling this way. We are feeling like we have lost ourselves emotionally. A lot of people are emotionally unavailable. Why? Because of our upbringings. Again, be gentle on yourself. Be easy on yourself. It's not your fault because of that, you know? Like, again, this is programming. No one's to blame except for the system that we've been taught to be in victim mentality. So work through your emotional loss from your heartache and loss together. Yeah, these are deep, heavy energies. This week, I know as well, there's quite a lot of energies for those that are empaths and those that are tuned in, that we are going to get psychic attacks, okay? So to all of my fellow healers, I can see a few of you online, please folks, clear, seal and protect your energies. If you need any guided meditations, I've got some great ones. Just DM me, I'll send them over to you. And if anybody else wants some, please get in touch, okay? Because this is how we truly heal. If we keep holding on to our victim mentality and our loss and our, oh my God, things will never change. You're just going to stay in living in the past. So you'll end up losing your present and you won't be able to create your future because you'll be in lowering negative energies. Okay. Next card, we get a bit lighter now, folks. We needed to. So, is wisdom, okay? And it's pretty much what it is, you know? We all have the wisdom within, yeah? Like I said to begin with this, we are all each other's reflections, but we're just on different channel of the same station, yeah? So remember, I don't know if any of you know, the old school radio station, I always say this, there's no heart above, there is no below. I'm glad you feel this message is for you, my darling. It's for all of us. We are the conscious collective. We are one. So with that, an old school radio channel, you used to have different channels, different frequencies, and you used to just turn it left and right, you know? Thing is, sometimes we'll meet up with someone and we'll be on exactly the same frequency and you know it because you feel it and it feels divine, yeah? But other times it's just like, that person can't hear me, they can't listen to it, because you're on different frequency. However, that connection is always here to serve us a lesson about ourselves. Either what growth and development needs to be done, or how we need to not only evolve, but also to be proud of how far we've come. Yeah? So remember, again, be your own best friend. When you do tap into your wisdom, your innate inner self, the answers are always there. Yeah? The answers are there. All you have to do, close your eyes, look inside, connect. And I know some people are like, oh my God, it's a scary place. I remember I was about 5 or 6 the first time, and I think it was due to someone passing away in the family. And they said they'd gone to heaven. And I was just like, heaven? What is heaven? Because I was the Y child, as you're starting to discover, and I'm still the Y person. Or human whilst I'm on this planet as a human. So used to be like, what's heaven? What's heaven? And then all of a sudden I'd be like, close my eyes. And I couldn't see anything. I'd just see black darkness, like the universe, you know, stars. And I would just sit there crying. My parents were just like, what is going on with you? Who are you? Like, you know. Stop crying as well, because I always used to get told stop crying. Look, I even get emotional talking about it now. However, now when I reflect back, I actually realised that was when I discovered the beautiful universe of what it was, the nothingness of who we are. And in those moments of that darkness, we then tap into ourselves and our purpose and who we are. And that is also where we create from. So we have a choice to either continue how we are, which is serving us no purpose, and it will just keep giving us lessons unless we tap into our own wisdom to then want to evolve. You know, there's that saying, you know, the universe says to us, I had to make it uncomfortable, otherwise you would never have moved. And right now is a prime example with what's going on in the world, you know. And you know what? The plus point of this and what's happening in the world, there has been so much creativity I'm seeing from people. Everyone's become innovative, you know. There's so many things that are popping out from everywhere. Everyone's doing this, doing that, getting their grind on. And it's the most magnificent thing to see, you know. Because this shows how brilliant we can be if we're not left where we have been, which is a sedentary state, you know. They've given us these creature comforts to make us exactly that, to make us comfortable in their slave system of our slave farms that they've created for us. Anyway, last card, which ties in very nicely with wisdom, is the place that we should be tapping into this energy. And that is our solar plexus, yeah? Our solar plexus chakra, where is it located, Jenny? It is located here, just below our breast area, yeah? Our solar plexus is our will, our drive, our determination, our fire, our passion, our soul to get things done, to work through things. So here, this reading for us all, if we tap into our spirit and our will, we'll be able to heal not only our heartache and loss, but also our emotional loss, because we're also tapping into our wisdom when we do that. And that's how we heal as one collective. Okay? I love the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Folks, if you've got any questions, please let me know. But if not, if you like this, going ahead, I'll be happy maybe once a week or however often you want me to give a reading for us all. And yeah, that feels so much better, doesn't it, folks? So let's end with another closed eyes, deep breathing. Are we ready? Close our eyes. Breathe in through our nose. Exhale with a sigh. And again, breathe into our stomachs. Notice your body relaxing. Breathe in again. Keep your eyes closed, folks, and I'll end this session. I love you, I love you, I love you. I will be saving this. Feel free to pass it on to whoever you find it might help. Remember, when we help each other, we're helping ourselves to be empowered, inspired, and also to break free of this illusion of 3D bullshit. So with that, folks, I'm going to go. I just felt compelled to jump on. And if you want more of it, when I add it to the live, just when I add it to my main page, just let me know at the end. And then I'll know. I'll come back to it and I'll come and start doing these on a regular. I love you, folks. Take care. Have a good evening.